Hi there. Welcome back to Random Talk with Angie. Today's conversation is for the people who are okay on the outside but tired on the inside. The ones who show up, who keep things moving, who smile easily, who are dependable, the ones people describe as strong. Because strength for many of us has become an identity we didn't consciously choose, but one we're expected to live up to. This episode is about the pressure of being the strong one, the pressure to not fall apart, the pressure to not complain, the pressure to not need too much, the pressure to not disrupt the peace, and how that pressure quietly shapes our relationships, our friendships, and the way we treat ourselves. Most people don't wake up in one day and decide to be strong. Strength is often assigned. You become the strong one when you had to grow up early, when people leaned on you and you didn't refuse, when you learned that being capable kept things stable. You learn quickly that your calm reassures others, that your silence keeps things together, that your endurance makes you reliable. And slowly, strength stops being something you do, it becomes who you are. When people get used to your strength, they forget to check on your softness. One of the hardest parts of being the strong one is learning how to smile convincingly. You smile at work, you smile in conversations, you smile in rooms where you feel unseen, not because you're pretending, but because explaining feels heavier than enduring. So you say, "I'm fine. All is well. It is well. I'll be fine. It's nothing. I will handle it." And people believe you because you've trained them to. Sometimes the strongest people are the least believed when they finally speak. This pressure shows up deeply in relationships. When you're the strong one, you excuse emotional neglect, you normalize imbalance, you carry conversations, plans, emotional labor. In friendships, you are the listener. You are the fixer. You are the one who understands. In romantic relationships, you are the patient one. You are the forgiving one. You are the tolerating one. You are the one who says it's okay, even when it isn't. And strength becomes a reason people stop trying. Your resilience should never be used as permission for someone else's carelessness. Being strong does not mean you are okay with being unhappy. It means you haven't given yourself permission to disrupt the story yet. There's a quiet kind of brokenness that doesn't look like collapse. It looks like showing up anyway, meeting expectations, laughing at the right moment. But inside, something feels brittle. You feel emotionally tired, disconnected from your own needs, unsure when you last felt fully held. And because nothing is visibly wrong, you convince yourself you don't deserve rest or care. Just because you are functioning doesn't mean you are whole. Take note of that. And that is why you can just wake up and see that someone who seemed to be the happiest in a pack or in a group unalived himself or herself. Someone who seemed to be the most cheerful, the most helpful, the most resourceful, just chose to take their own lives. Asking for help feels complicated when you're the strong one. You think that others have it worse, or that you should be able to handle this, or you don't want to burden anyone, so you minimize your needs. But what you forget is that strength without support turns into isolation. Self-sufficiency becomes harmful when it replaces connection. Needing help does not undo your strength, it humanizes it. Real strength is not endless endurance. It's knowing when to pause, knowing when to speak, knowing when to leave, and knowing when to ask. Strength is allowing yourself to be seen before you break. You don't lose strength by resting, you lose it by pretending you don't need to. And I have a word to those who are quietly hurting. If this episode feels like it's describing you, I want you to hear this gently. You are allowed to be more than reliable. You are allowed to need care. You are allowed to be honest, even if it changes things. Being strong does not mean being silent forever. Sometimes the bravest thing you can say is, "I am not okay. and I need something to change. Strength is a beautiful thing, but it was never meant to be armor you wear all the time. You don't have to collapse to deserve compassion. You don't have to explain your pain perfectly to be believed. You don't have to keep proving that you can survive. Trust me, you are allowed to put the weight down. And when you put the weight down, how light do you then feel? You are allowed to reach out to people and tell them, I need help. Reach out to the right people, please. Because you need to tell them, you need to share this with them. You need to tell them, I need help. I'm dying on the inside. And if you are the kind of person who is being reached out to, because you may not be the one having the issue, but someone reaches out to you and they tell you that they need help, don't be dismissive. Don't say, oh, you dey whine me. I know it's a joke, you did joke. No, because their initial response to that sort of response from you would be, I'm just whining, I'm just playing. But they already feel dejected, they feel forsaken, they feel abandoned. Read the signs, understand the signs. Because this person is your own person, is your friend, is your family, is your blood, it's your partner, your spousal equivalent. So you already have an idea how they react when they are not in their happy state. So that you will not come and start posting, why didn't you speak up 3 days after? Why did you leave us? No, reach out. And when people reach out to you, please do not take it with levity. Thank you for listening. To you who has held themselves so long, thank you for holding yourself together as long as you have. And thank you for giving yourself permission, even now, to breathe. I look forward to engaging you in the next episode. This is Random Talk with NG, and I'm Ngozi Obiefuna.